Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a product review and demo on the Camille Rose line. This is the Maximum Hydration line. So I'm going to be trying 2 of their new products, but I'm going to try the whole line as well. Now I have never used these products before. They were just sent to me, so I'm really excited to try them out because I really love Camille Rose. Like, Camille Rose knows how to do products. So I'm excited. So we're just going to jump right on in. This is the, like I said, Maximum Hydration line. It's actually called the Coconut Water Collection. And this is the Curl Coating Co-Wash. So these smell so good. If you don't like coconut, then I mean, you might not like the smell of it, but I do. So this co-wash is extremely thick. Right off the bat, you can tell like it's not going anywhere. So I am really excited to try this because I do enjoy thick products. Ooh, and it's creamy. So my hair is already wet. I'm just gonna throw this in here. And my hair is just drinking it up right off the bat. Like, I can feel that it's something in there, but it doesn't really feel like anything. So to be 100% honest, I never really know what to do with co-washes because they are so creamy. Like, I don't know if you're supposed to really like get into your scalp like a normal shampoo because it's not gonna lather, or what are you supposed to do? But I'm just gonna treat it like a normal shampoo and go through and try to get my scalp and see what happens. But I feel like I pretty much got everywhere, so I'm gonna go rinse this out and see how my hair feels. So I just rinsed the co-wash out and my hair does feel pretty cleansed and it feels extremely soft too. So I'm pretty excited about that because we're already starting off on the good foot. And I will say, I just took my hair out of the protective style, so I was thinking I was gonna have to use like another clarifying shampoo, but this actually did really well. So I'm happy with this, so I'm just gonna leave it like this. And now I'm moving on to the penetrating hair treatment. And I love me a good deep conditioner. So I am excited about this. So all of this is geared to having less frizzy, soft, hydrated hair. So I'm praying that all these claims work out because this will be amazing. That sounds good too. So we're just gonna lather that on. And it's actually, this is thinner. I mean, it's still very, very thick. Very thick. But it is actually not as thick as the co-wash, which is crazy. And I did not detangle my hair before I started the process. So during this time, I'm going to take my Felicia Leatherwood brush and start to detangle. But I have been doing a little bit of finger detangling first because, like I said, I just took out a protective style, so I don't want it to be too matted. So I just rinsed out the penetrating hair treatment and my hair feels stronger. So it doesn't feel as soft as it did when I used the co-wash, but it still is soft and it feels a lot stronger now, which I like. I want my hair to feel strong. So now I'm going to part it and start the styling Now, although my hair is already pretty much detangled, I'm still going to use a little bit of the leave-in detangling hair treatment. This can be used as a leave-in or it can be used to rinse out. But today I'm going to use it just as a leave-in. I'm going to use a small amount because I do want to use the hydrating elixir. And this is, I believe this is one of the newer items along with the co-wash that they added to the collection. So I do want to make sure that I'm able to use this, but I don't want to leave out the leave-in. So I'm just going to do a little of this and then a fair amount of this. And then I'm going to go in with the style setter. So let's just jump on in. All right. So like I said, I'm only using a small amount of the leave-in. Just this much. You can see, small amount. So this whole section. And this isn't going to be a tutorial on a twist out or anything. I'm just going through step by step of how I'm using the product. And then also, I left my hair pretty wet. So normally I try to dry my hair as much as I can and then do my, add my products. But this time I left it pretty wet because I do want to use some of this. I do think that I'm trying to use this, but it keeps sliding on my hands. I'm not a fan of this type of pump. I used to think it was really good, but then if your hands are wet, it's almost like a no-go. Like it's not gonna work. Smells pretty good too. So I'm going to use that elixir to, ooh, and this elixir has a lot of slip. This elixir feels nice. This elixir feels real nice. All right now, elixir. What I was trying to say is I left my hair pretty much soaking wet and I just dabbed it with my towel, because I noticed that you get juicier twists when you leave your hair just a little more wet than you normally would instead of like drying it completely. And I know that sometimes, I don't know, I guess I just over dry stuff. So that's why I feel like my twists don't come out as juicy. But when I left my hair pretty much soaking wet and then add the product, I feel like that helped a lot. So I'm gonna do that today too. And just let it be. So I'm gonna cut this in half. And this is the amount I'm going to be using in my section. I'm taking a little bit of the styler, and it's very creamy, which is great. I'm going to rake it through. And then the face. Making sure it's at the very root and it's at the end. And I'm gonna do a bantu knot on the end just because I like the way that looks. But I'm not gonna do a big bantu knot. I'm just gonna do a small one. So I'm just gonna start it down at the very bottom and leave it there. And do this size. So this is pretty much a little more juicy than my normal twists are. So it's been a few days, well, 2 days, and I'm ready to take my hair down. Now this is one thing that I did because I had to go out, but I don't suggest, is tying your hair down like this if it's going to be super tight, because it will flatten your twists. So when you take them out, that plumpness that I was talking about before, you might not have that because you tied your hair up and they flattened out. So we'll see what I have. So right off the bat, the definition is there. Let's keep going. So the definition seems to be there. And another claim that the products have are being able to control the frizz. So I really want to see if I can separate this with no frizz or light frizz at least. But I'll come closer so you can see the definition. So I will say this, from what I see already, the frizz is minimal. Now, the moisture is as well. So that's one thing that I think is not, I won't say missing, but that's one thing that I look for with Camille Rose. The thing I will say with this one, I'm really enjoying the way it's turning out. Like this, the minimal frizz, I'm really liking that, because you don't find that with most products. And even as I'm separating where my hair doesn't necessarily want to separate, it's still not giving me a lot of frizz. Like it's giving me a little pushback, but it's not giving me like full out frizz. Now for the next part of the test, pick it out, which I'm going to do a minimum amount of. I'm not gonna overkill the picking. I'm not gonna overdo the picking. We're gonna do minimal picking. Let's go in. Minimal. Gotta stop myself. And for this to not be stretched at all, I'm liking this. And it's not that the products were elongating my hair either. So like I could tell, you know, shrinkage from my actual twists when they were wet, but shoot, something happened, because my hair is not normally this big on day one, especially without like blowing it dry or anything. It's not usually this big, so I'm getting a little too picking happy, so I'm gonna put this down and just do some hand work. So my final thoughts on everything, I'm just gonna go over the main questions that people will ask. Like, is it worth it to buy it? I think so. Personally, I think so. Would it replace one of my staples? I don't necessarily think it would replace any of my staples, because my staples for creams are low anyway. So it would get added though. Loophole. What did I think overall about it? The co-wash was amazing. It made my hair super soft. It felt super hydrated, super moisturized, super. But it really did a great job, especially for it just being a co-wash. It didn't have a lather. And I honestly didn't think my hair was going to get clean, but even when I rinsed it out, like you could hear a little bit of a squeak, like that squeaky clean, but it still was extremely moisturized. So this, definitely, I would get this. This would probably be one of my top two favorites in the collection. Now next was the penetrating hair treatment. It was good. Would it replace any of my staples? No. Would I add it to my collection? Probably not. I really like another one of their deep conditioners over this one. So the next thing was the leave-in conditioner. The leave-in conditioner, I actually mixed these two together, the leave-in conditioner and then the hydrating elixir. If I were just going to do one, I would pick the elixir. And the reason I would do the elixir over the leave-in was really, really light, and my hair needs a little more than just a light leave-in conditioner. So for someone with a different curl pattern than mine or a different hair type, this might really be good. But this elixir, this was different. It gave me a lot of moisture, but then it also had a lot of slip in it too, which I was actually surprised by, because in the instructions, it says that you can use it every day just for anything. So your strands can be wet or dry. And when products say wet or dry, that leads me to believe it's going to be more creamy than watery, because if this is something that you can use every day, then it may not be used to redo your hair all over. So if your hair is already in a curled state, it might not mess up your curls. It's just to add in a little hydration. However, this seems like it would just kind of rework your whole thing. And I've never had luck with just like having those like refreshers. That's never worked for my hair. Either you're gonna wet my hair or I'm not putting anything in it at all. It just doesn't work. The only thing I didn't like was the pump, but I just don't like these pumps in general. A lot of the time I'm trying to spray it on my hair and my hands are slipping and everything is moving every way. I would much rather just be able to go and then apply it. So I really, really like this. If I had a top three, this would be the third, because I really, really like this a lot. And the final thing that was probably my favorite out of the whole collection, well, no, I would actually say the co-wash and this are tied for number one. And this is the Style Setter. And the reason I really, really love this, and I do feel like I would also add this into maybe not my staples, but when I'm, well, maybe my staple, honestly, no, well, I'm trying to think, and I'm trying to be honest. Like I said, I only have a few staples for creams. So I actually could, yeah, I would see adding this in there. And the reason I say that is because all of my creams serve for a different purpose. But this gave me the volume and the definition and big day one hair. And I really, really like that, because I didn't have to say, okay, do I want volume or do I want definition? Because most of the time it is you have to pick one or the other, but with this, it gave me both. So I really, really, really appreciate this. So yes, I would add this into my staple. So if you had to get just two from this collection, I would say the Style Setter and the co-wash. Sorry, just trying to get a little more volume. Trying to see how far it can go. So overall, my thoughts for this line was, I don't know where I've been. I know the whole line has been out for a little bit, and I don't know why I didn't try it. I've heard great things about it, but now that I've actually tried it, I'm excited about it. Like, I would definitely recommend this to anybody who needs like just that good go-to collection. Like the entire collection, you know, is pretty much gonna do you good. This would be that collection for me. It's not too much more I can say. You should go try them out for yourself. So if you have any questions or any comments, leave them down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.